All right, y'all. Welcome to episode 1 of the podcast. We recording right now? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Let's go. All right, so right now we sitting down and we're reacting to Chains and Whips. There's a lot of talk on about this song on the internet right now. So I got to do my breakdown because I see everybody else doing their breakdowns, and there's a lot of people missing a lot of shit. So let's just get right into it and let's go. And the first thing I got to tell you when I hear this beat, it sounds like Watch the Throne to me. No church in the wild.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich.
Uncle said, yo, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Okay, so what am I getting from this hook? Uncle said you must be sick. I don't know who his uncle is, but his uncle sounds like he's not happy with his infatuation with money. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck and ice my bitch. Choke my neck, the choker, the chain. You know what I'm saying? Ice my bitch. Again, the chain. I got my bitch iced out with chains, jewelry, whatever. Beat the system with chains and whips. So metaphorically, right? Like literally people got beat with chains, beat with whips. And now he's beating the system with chains and whips. So he's getting money. He got whips. He got chains. He beat the system. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold me down. So that's essentially to me what the song is about based on the hook. The hook is saying, I get money, right? I got chains and whips. I beat the system. I'm on the top. So you figure that's what the song's going to be about because that's what he's talking about on the hook. Let's go.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections.
All right. You run from the spirit of repossession. I don't even know what that means. You run from the spirit of repossession. I don't know what the spirit of repossession is. I know what a repossession is. I don't know how you can run from the spirit of repossession. I wish I had more to say about that. Too much enamel covers your necklace, so not enough diamonds, not enough ice. You don't got it like I got it. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. Yo, you can't say that in 2025, Push. You can't say I buy bitches. I don't even know what that means. What do you mean you buy bitches? Are you Jeffrey Epstein? Do you got an island somewhere? You flying people out to an island, for these bitches that you buy. What do you do with these bitches that you buy? Where do you keep them? Like when you buy bitches, where do you keep these bitches that you buy? I don't know what that means, and I don't know if you can say that in 2025 with everything that's going on in the world. Like you got people that's so upset about Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein and all these people that are not treating women properly, and you buy bitches. Somebody please explain that bar to me because it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what it means, and I think everybody's just overlooking that, and I think it's glaring that it should be addressed. When you hear that on a record, that has to be addressed.
Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate.
Okay. Beware of my name that there is delicate. My name is delicate. I'm soft. Be careful with me. I'm delicate. What? My name is delicate. Oh my God. Push a T, push a T. Let me see you push a T. Beware of my name that there is delicate. You know, I know where you're delicate. He rhymed delicate with delicate, and you should never say your name is delicate. My name is delicate. I don't, that's not hard. That's not hard. That's not a hard bar, bro. Like, my name is delicate. You're saying that you're soft. Delicate is soft. Like, I'm easily breakable. Be careful with me. I'm soft. I'm delicate. Don't say nothing bad about me because I'm soft. I don't know how else to say that. You understand what I'm saying, though? Beware my name. That there is delicate. Nah, don't say that. Don't say that you're delicate. Um, you know what I'm saying? Kanye said, "You can't tell me nothing." Right? There's nothing you could tell me. There's nothing you could tell me because I'm up here. You can't bring me down. There's nothing you can tell me. You can't tell me nothing. And Pusha T, be careful. I'm delicate. Don't say that. Don't say that on a song where you're trying to act hard, Push. Come on, man.
Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it.
All right. So beware my name. I'm delicate. I'll crush you to pieces. I'll hum a breath of it. Crush you to pieces. I'll hum a breath of it. A breath of what? Crush you to pieces. I'll hum a breath of it. What is it in the relationship to crushing you to pieces after you're delicate? I'm delicate, but I'm going to crush you to pieces and I'll hum a breath of it. Like, maybe, like, you know, you might be humming a song like, you ever seen that movie Jeepers Creepers? Where he's in the basement and he's like humming, singing along as he's like sewing up the human flesh from all the people that he's killed. Like, I don't know. I'll hum a breath of it. But I will close your heaven for the hell of it. So he rhymed delicate with breath of it and hell of it. And he said, I will close your heaven for the hell of it. Let me see. Crush you to pieces, I'll hum a breath of it. I'll close heaven gates for the hell of it. I think, me personally, I think that it makes more sense to say, I'll close heaven's gates for the hell of it. And that conveys the same idea, right? Like, I'm a bad man, I'm evil, I'm sinister, I'm powerful. Whatever you want to think of me, that's what I am. And I will close heaven's gates for the hell of it. And you're still contrasting heaven and hell, and you're saying something that makes sense. Because you can't say, I will close your heaven, because there's no such thing as your heaven. Like, it's not a thing that you got a heaven and you got a heaven and you got a heaven. This ain't Oprah. Everybody don't got their own heaven. There's one heaven, theoretically, if you believe in that. There's one heaven and one hell. Like, you don't have your own personal hell. You don't have your own personal heaven. I can't close your heaven, because if I close your heaven, it ceased to exist, right? Like, when they closed Blockbuster, there ain't no more Blockbusters. Blockbuster closed, it's gone. So I will close your heaven doesn't make sense, because it's only one heaven. You could close heaven's gates, right? So now you ain't getting into heaven because I closed heaven's gates for the hell of it. And it's not meant to be taken literal. I understand what he's trying to get at, but he said it in a way that doesn't make sense. And when you're coming back after taking, you know, so many years off, and they got the rollout that they got, and they're going on interviews and talking that shit, back it up with the bars. Don't come with weak bars. Say shit that makes sense. I'm tired in 2025, 2024. Basically, you know, from the time Jay-Z retired and beyond, of people just saying anything and everybody going crazy like, oh, that was a bar. No, that's not a bar. That's not a bar. Bars got to make sense. You can't close your heaven. You can close heaven, or you don't really close heaven. You close heaven's gates.
You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element.
All right. You think it will be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. Your fame is escaping relevance. I'm being petty right now. I know, but I hate these pseudo intellectual, pseudo poetic motherfuckers that like talk weird shit and like they're trying to talk in code or they're trying to say some shit that like don't even make sense. Your fame escapes relevance, right? You're not relevant anymore. You're not famous anymore. You had your 15 minutes and it's done. But your fame escapes relevance, as if relevance was trying to hold on to your fame and your fame broke loose and got away. Your fame escaped relevance. What? that's not a dope way to say something, man. Like your fame escaped relevance. It got away. Like being relevant is not a bad thing. Like it's not something you should be escaping from. You say your fame escapes relevance because you're trying to be like pseudo intellectual, like you're trying to sound smart, and you just say shit in a weird way that doesn't make sense, and nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that. When you're rapping, you should rap how you talk. Talk that shit. Like a lot of people when they do songs, they say shit that they say in real life. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about your life and you're speaking the way you speak and the way you speak in your community and in your neighborhood and amongst your peers, and you're making music for them. And if other people like it too, that's a bonus. But typically when people make music, they're making music based on their experiences, their life, where they grew up, how they're growing up, what their surroundings are. You're a product of your environment. Nobody talks like that. Your fame escapes relevance. Nobody talks like that. So why do you rap like that? Why do you even try to come up with words that you don't use and nobody uses? And it's just, to me, it's a filler line. Like it's just moving the beat along. He got to get 16 bars in. He just said that to get the rhyme off, and it didn't make any sense. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I like bar spitters. I like people that like not a single bar is wasted, right? Lupe Fiasco, not a single bar wasted. Everything rhymes, everything, you got to think about it, and it makes perfect sense. Push is rhyming. He's on beat, but it don't make perfect sense, and it's a wasted bar. Bugging.
And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message.
And those lab diamonds under inspection, the question marks block your blessings. Do they? I don't know who he's talking to. They say this is a Jim Jones diss. I don't listen to Jim Jones. I don't know any Jim Jones songs except for Ballin'. Ballin'. Back from like 2008, around that time. I don't know what year that was. Aside from that, I don't know nothing about Jim Jones. But he's taking the time to address Jim Jones. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in the room, but here's the elephant. The elephant's in the room too. You chasing a feature out of your element. You chasing a feature out of your element. I don't know what feature he's talking about, but basically you're out of your element. I get what he's trying to say. I don't know what he's saying, but I get what he's trying to say. And those lab diamonds under inspection, checking the diamonds for authenticity. Are these real? Are they fake? Are you cheap? Do you got money? Do you not got money? The question mark block your blessings. I don't know. I think whoever he's talking to is blessed. He could be talking about anybody. And I don't know that anybody that he's talking to has had their blessings blocked, because whoever he's talking to is somebody that people know. And if people know you, you've already been blessed. You probably got some kind of money already. So your blessings aren't being blocked. But again, I'm nitpicking. I'm you could tell by now I'm tired of Pusha T. Like, Lord Willing came out in 2002, the year I graduated high school. So by the time Clipse came out, you know, Grinding was all over MTV and everything like that. It was big. But I didn't listen to that album. I was already, you know, deep into the Jay-Z wave, you know, Fabulous, Jadakiss, you know, DMX, all of that Def Jam shit. And Grinding was cool, but it seemed kind of like a fad at the time to me. Like that beat, it seemed kind of like gimmicky a little bit. And not to say that it wasn't hot, it was hot. But I never listened to the Clipse like that. And fast forward all these years later, I only know like 2 or 3 Clipse songs. Grinding, Mr. Me Too, and I don't know, like I obviously know who the Clipse are and I know they could rap. But like Pusha T never came off as that guy to me the way Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Even at a certain point, Nelly, Ja Rule, like there was a time where you had like superstars that influenced my generation. I graduated in '02. And Pusha T wasn't that guy to me. He was just another rapper. And they were nice, but not nice enough that like I had to check their album. And I don't know no Clipse shit, right? This album right here, So Be It, or no, not So Be It, Let God Sort Them Out, is the first Clipse album that I've listened to in its entirety. And I like it. I like it. But at the same time, Pusha T been acting super corny to me lately. Like acting like he's somebody that he's not. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. So that's why I'm kind of like really, really dissecting his shit, because why not? For the hell of it. Let's carry on.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
Back to the hook. Uncle said, yo, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. Those words sound dope as the hook. They sound dope. I don't know that it makes a lot of sense, but it sounds dope. Beat the system with chains and whips. Double entendre. I'm beating the system with chains and whips. Right? Back in the day, slave masters used to beat slaves with chains and whips. Now I'm beating the system. Beating the system, not literally, but I beat it. I beat the game. Double entendre. Nice lyricism there. The words, the delivery, the everything, the pocket they're in on that. Sounds dope. Malice.
It don't take much to put 2 and 2. Your lucky streak is now losing you.
And I'll say, this is the first reaction video I'm doing for a song, but I listened to the whole Let God Sort 'Em Out album, and I love it. And I love Malice on this album. I think Malice is far and away better than everybody on the album. But this verse right here, I think, as I'm listening to this song again right now, is probably my least favorite Malice verse on the album. I think this is like a throwaway verse. Like, it's just a filler because they had to get Kendrick on here somehow. You know, industry plant had to ride the wave. You know, the algorithm needs to have Kendrick because, you know, they're paying for that. You know what I'm saying? So Malice didn't really put anything on this verse that is really blowing me away like the rest of his shit did. So yeah, it don't take much to put 2 and 2. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Again with the fucking pseudo poetic. Your lucky streak is losing you. Your lucky streak can't lose you. It doesn't exist on its own, right? If you're on a basketball court and you're getting hot, if you're in the casino and you're winning, you got a lucky streak, right? Or if you play football and you win 3 games in a row that you probably shouldn't have won, but you lucky breaks, you know, led to you guys winning the game, you got a lucky streak. You have a lucky streak. The streak don't have you. You got the streak. You got it. A lucky streak can't lose you. Lucky streaks aren't things. They come and they go. It's in the air, right? It's not a thing. It's not physical. It's not tangible. I can't just go grab a lucky streak real quick. It's just something that happens. It happens and then it's gone. It's fleeting. It's here one day, gone the next. It's not tangible. You can't grab it. I can't just decide I'm going to get a lucky streak real quick, right? And the lucky streak can't lose me. I could lose the streak. The streak can't lose me. But they like to say shit backwards like that to sound like pseudo smart, like pseudo poetic. Like I'm trying to talk like Charles Dickens. Nah, bro. Like nobody talks like that. Rap how you talk. I don't like that.
Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now.
It's beautiful.
John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bombing blows, they now viewing you. They never find a gun.
But the sewers do.
Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life.
Now we dead again.
Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't thriving the snow like it's the revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling. Uncle said, nigga, you must
Be sick. I got nothing else to say about Malice's verse. I think it was just all throwaway lines. There was no crazy bars in there. Let's just get through the hook to Pharrell to Kendrick.
Beat the system with
Chains and whips. Oh yeah, when things get dark and your number gets called and you look side to side, what did they say? And it ain't the Lord's voice, and then you realize that the devil is talking to you. Did they make that up just for Kendrick? Because the song Chains and Whips, they're talking about themselves. I beat the system with chains and whips. But now Pharrell has this little, it sounds like it's from Sinners, the juke joint thing, where they're doing a little breakdown. What did they say? And it ain't the Lord's voice. And then you realize that the devil is talking to you. And then Kendrick comes on. All right, let's get in it.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics.
All right. I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I'll send your ass back to the cosmics. I don't even know where to start with this. Vibe with, yah shit, God sent, cosmics. That little 4-bar shit right there from Kendrick. Very, very weak rhyming. Vibe with, kumbaya shit, God sent, cosmics. But my issue with this is all this talent must be God sent is what he would say if he was talking about himself. If he's the one with the talent, if I got the talent, then I'm going to say all this talent must be God sent. All of this that I got must be God sent. When you say all of that might be God sent, you're talking about somebody else. All of that talent, who is that you're talking about? You talking about yourself? And mind you, he's the devil in this situation because Pharrell just said, you look side to side, what did they say? And it ain't the Lord's voice. And then you realize that the devil is talking to you. And then Kendrick starts talking, right? So Kendrick is the devil. And he says, I'm not the one to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I'll send your ass back to the cosmics. I mean, the cosmics don't even make sense. And a real spitter would have said all this talent must be God sent. But he don't use words right because he's not very good at using words. Let's carry on.
The things I've seen under my eyelids.
The things I've seen under my eyelids. Why is Kendrick always put a huh on everything? He said the things I've seen under my eyelids. He says under my eyelids. The things I've seen under my eyelids. Can I rewind that a little bit?
I've seen under my eyelids. I seen under my eyelids. I seen under my eyelids. I seen under my eyelids.
Under my eyelids. The things I've seen under my eyelids. I can't stand the way that dude talks. I can't stand the way he uses words that don't make sense in the way that he uses them. I can't stand his voice.
Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens.
Murder hand sirens. Murder hand sirens.
Murder and sirens. Murder and sirens. Murder and sirens. Murder and sirens.
Why can't you speak properly, Kendrick? The one thing that I've learned in all of my years of making music is that the best MCs have the best delivery, breath control, enunciation. They could say words like Big Pun would say hella words in a breath. Eminem would say hella words in a breath. Cool G rap, multis, and it all makes sense. He can't even say words properly. He can't. Oh my God, I can't stand this dude.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Murder and sirens.
Murder and sirens.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again.
Hip hop died again.
Half of my profits may go to Rakim.
Half of my profits may go to Rakim. Why you rap like that? He's so whack to me, man. Like, Kendrick Lamar is one of the wackest dudes on the earth to me, like forever. Like, he always been whack from the beginning. And this is not something new he just started doing. I listen to all his old shit, and he put the on all his shit since like Overly Dedicated. Like, he don't know how to talk properly or like even get words off properly. But let's get to this Rakim bar, because he says, let's be clear, hip hop died again.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again.
Let's be clear, hip hop died again. That is not clear at all. That is not clear at all, because Lupe Fiasco's still making music. Samurai came out a year ago, and that's fucking hip hop to a T. You know what I'm saying? Like, Evidence is dropping a new album right now, and that's hip hop to a T. Planet Asia is still making music, and that is hip hop to a T. If you want to see a real MC, go check out Planet Asia. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people still making music now. Redman just dropped Muddy Waters 2, and that is so dope. That is so hip hop. Like, you listen to Muddy Waters 2, and that takes you back to hip hop. Like, there's no question that Redman is hip hop. Hip hop is not dying. Fat Joe just dropped a project that sounds so hip hop, because Fat Joe's from the Bronx, where hip hop was born. Hip hop was born in the Bronx at a party. DJ Kool Herc. Parties. Hip hop is a party, right? Like, DJs, B-boys, breakdancers, you know what I'm saying? Like, MCs at parties. People gather around to listen to music and have fun. That is hip hop. Redman is fun. That is hip hop. Hip hop is not dead. And Kendrick Lamar can't even rap. And who is he to say that hip hop is dead when there's hella people making hip hop music right now? It never stopped, and it ain't never gonna stop. And hip hop did not die. You don't represent hip hop. You don't speak for hip hop. You don't even know what hip hop is, Kendrick, at all. I've never heard Kendrick make a hip hop record. Like, just break beats, just boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the way hip hop was and still continues to be to this day. Never heard Kendrick do it ever. It doesn't exist. You can't bring one example of it, because it doesn't exist. Next line.
Half of my profits may go to Rakim.
Half of my profits may go to Rakim. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. Or they may not. They may, or they may not. That's what may means, right? Half of my profits might go to Rakim, or they might not. They may not. What does that mean, and what does that have to do with hip hop just died again? Because Rakim is the god MC. Rakim inspired generations of MCs. Rakim is the architect of modern day MCs, right? Rakim was so different from everybody else, and he inspired My direct lineage is from Rakim. Rakim inspired the people that inspired me. And the saga continues, right? Kendrick don't sound like Rakim. Kendrick don't even rhyme. He can't say words properly. Rakim says everything with a force, right? Thinking of a master plan. Force, delivery, like he's boom, 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 solid. That's lyricism. That's MC. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, Rakim is the architect. That's the archetype, the prototype. And Kendrick don't sound nothing like that. Kendrick always says some weird ass shit because he can't rhyme. He can't rhyme. He can't rap. So he has to do like sleight of hand, like trick you with shit and say some weird shit that don't even make sense to get you thinking about the fuck did he say? And then he's off to the next thing. And you don't even realize the dude didn't even rhyme and didn't say nothing that made sense. And he can't talk right. Right? Like Rakim just rap, 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 boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Cadence, flow, like everything. And Kendrick don't do none of that. So half of my profits may go to Rakim. There's no lineage there. There's no bridge between Rakim and Kendrick. Doesn't exist. So aside from the fact that Kendrick ain't giving Rakim no bread, right? How did Kendrick get money? His record label, Payola, you know, they paid for placements and articles and reviews, and you put somebody in the media so much, people start believing, oh, this guy again, oh, this guy again, oh, this guy again. And pretty soon people just saying, oh, he's the best, oh, he's the best, oh, he's the best. Everybody just believes that. Everybody says it because everybody says it. There's no evidence of it. He can't rap. He's not dope. He can't even say words properly. He's not an MC. But his label pays for so much placement, it just becomes the norm. Everybody just says, oh, that's the best. Oh, that's the best. Oh, that's the best. Nobody questions anything. Nobody analyzes anything. Nobody understands anything. So that's where Kendrick got his money from. That's not how Rakim got his money. Rakim got fame and notoriety from his skill. There was no payola there. It was just so new, so fresh, so groundbreaking that it opened everybody's eyes. And that's how Rakim got his fame. And that's why Rakim is a legend. And that's why Rakim is still making music today. Because hip hop is not dead. Right? Rakim is still making music today. Rakim started this shit and he's still doing this shit. Right? From the 80s. From before Kendrick was born, Rakim was doing this shit. And Kendrick is 38 years old. He's been whack for 38 years, and Rakim is still doing this shit. Rakim been doing this shit longer than Kendrick has even been alive. Right? Rakim has been the best of the best for longer than Kendrick has been whack. Because Kendrick been whack for 38 years. So there's no correlation there. Hip hop just died again. No, it's not dead. Rakim is still making hip hop music right now. I may give all my profits to Rakim, or I may give half of my profits to Rakim. No, you ain't. You're just saying that because you're trying to rhyme. And it don't even make sense. And nobody's calling that out.
How many Judases that let me down?
How many Judases that let me down? His voice is annoying, man. His voice is annoying as fuck. Rakim, God MC, delivery, flow, voice, perfection. Kendrick, whack. Voice sucks. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West is mine's. We right now.
But fuck it, the West Mines, we right now.
But fuck it, the West mine's. We right now. Remember, Pharrell introduced Kendrick on this from the bridge and said, the devil is talking to you right now. And it's Kendrick. So if Kendrick is the devil, why are you tripping off how many Judases let you down? Didn't Judas betray Jesus? Right? So Judas actually didn't let you down if you're the devil. He made you proud. He did what you wanted done, right? He made sure Jesus got killed.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. You needed therapy to learn that you don't give a fuck? Yo, when I was in high school, Eminem was running shit. I remember Eminem dropped in, I think, 99. 99, I graduated my freshman year in 99. Started my sophomore year in 99. So I want to say I was a sophomore in high school when Eminem dropped. And my sophomore year, everything changed, right? The Slim Shady LP came out. And I want to say I Don't Give a Fuck was on that. I just don't give a fuck. I don't need to go to therapy to learn that I don't give a fuck, right? What did he say? Let me hear that again.
He showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. That's not a hot bar. Therapy showed me how to open up. Yo, I'm laughing so hard. I got tears coming down my eyes. And I got to have my eyes covered. It's 4 a.m. when I'm recording this right now. I'm tired as hell. My eyes are puffy. I didn't get no sleep. So that's why I got to have my eyes covered at 4 a.m. But yeah, therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. That's not even dope, man. That is not a dope bar. Therapy showed me how to open up. That's good that you're getting therapy, because you seem like a troubled dude. I've never gone to therapy myself. I feel like I am a therapist. Everything in life is therapeutic to me. Anyways, let's carry on with this review.
The two-time Gemini with the genocide.
The two-time Gemini with the genocide. How are you a two-time Gemini? You could be a two-time champion, but a two-time Gemini? That don't even make sense. The two-time Gemini. I'm a Leo, right? I was only born once. I was always a Leo. I never changed. I wasn't a Leo, and then I was something else, and I'm back to a Leo again 2 times. I've been a Leo my whole life. I'm 40 years old, man. I've been a Leo for 40 years. And it's almost Leo season again right now, right? But I'm still just the same Leo. I've been the same dude for 40 years. I'm not a 2-time Leo or a 3-time Leo. And you can't be a 2-time Gemini. He don't make sense when he raps. He just says shit, and I can't stand it because he can't rap.
Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind.
The 2-time Gemini with the genocide. I get what he's trying to do. Gemini, genocide. I gotta read this shit because it's so bad. I can't lock this whack shit in my brain. The 2-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous. However you want it, I'll be the gentle kind. I'm a Gemini with the genocide. I'm a Gemini with the genocide. First of all, I don't know nothing about Geminis because I'm a Leo. And if you know about Leos, Leo is the king of the jungle. I'm the lion. I run shit. It's all about me. Fuck everybody else. I'm a fucking Leo. You are under me, right? I don't give a fuck about Geminis. I don't know nothing about Geminis because Geminis don't matter. I'm a fucking Leo, right? But the 2-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm a Gemini with the genocide. Do you know what genocide is? Do you know what genocide is? Because he says, I'm generous. However you want it, I'll be the gentle kind. If I'm generous with the genocide, that means I'm killing everybody, right? How did Hitler do his genocide? They burned people in Auschwitz. They gassed people, gas chambers, burned people, killed people, firing squads. Everybody's dying. The kid, the dog, everybody's dying. No lying, Biggie, right? So I'm generous with the genocide, meaning everybody's going to get it, right? But I'll be the gentle kind. How do you have a gentle genocide? There's nothing gentle about genocide. He just says a bunch of shit because he understands that it don't matter what the fuck he says. People are going to go crazy. He's an industry plant. He can't rap. He clearly can't rap. I'm breaking the fucking words down for you. He cannot rap, but it doesn't matter. All he has to do is just record anything and people go crazy. He's an industry plant, right? They already bought the game. The game has been bought and paid for, paid in full. Rock him. He don't have to rhyme. He don't have to make sense. His bars don't have to make sense. The gentle kind, genocide, the gentle kind, that don't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. I'm laughing so hard under my glasses, I'm crying. My glasses are foggy right now. I can't even read this fucking iPad. Let's see here. Let's just play. Let me hear what he says.
Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move.
Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. The agenda of mine.
I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Connect. The agenda of mine. Connect. The agenda of mine.
The agenda of mine.
Connect. The agenda of mine. Connect. The agenda of mine. Connect. The agenda of mine.
The agenda of mine. I'm looking at Genius right now. The lyrics say the agenda of mine. But he says the agenda of mine. The agenda of mine. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. So he's saying his agenda, the agenda of his is to connect gentlemen and gangsters. What is his obsession with gangsters? I'm from Stockton, California, born and raised. I was born in the east side of Stockton, lived in the east side of Stockton, grew up there. I grew up around gangsters. My mom moved us out of there. We moved up north, went to high school up north. She didn't want us going to school on the east side with all the gangsters, all the Dickies and the Nike Cortez and the Ben Davis and all that, 13, Sood, all, whatever that was back in the 90s when I was growing up. We got out of there, right? I played CYO basketball. We played sports. I got straight A's in school. We were focused on our education. We were focused on being good kids in a mad city of Stockton, California. And I stay far away from that. We are not concerned with gangsters. We wish gangsters would disappear. We don't need gangsters in this world. It's 2025, man. Start a business, start a podcast. You don't need a gangster in the world anymore. You do not need gangsters in the world at all. There's no need for them. What is his obsession with gangsters? That's his old world shit. Move on.
Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified.
Move the gangsters up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Anyways, the agenda of mine. His agenda is to connect gentlemen and gangsters. There's nothing gentleman about him. Everything he says is like mean-spirited, evil, genocide. I'm killing everybody. Hip-hop died again. I'll send you to the cosmics, right? I'll send you to the cosmics, meaning I'll kill you. You die, your spirit will go back out into the universe, into the cosmics. So there's nothing gentleman about him. I don't think he's ever done a gentleman song. I know Jadena, classic man, dressing like a gentleman, doing a gentleman song, but not Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is a psychopath that can't rap. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. That doesn't make sense.
Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon.
I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Move ends up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I'll drop your Pentagon.
Show up at your gender.
Hold on, let's run that back.
Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I drop your Pentagon.
Heavy jeans like Genevieve's. I'll drop your Pentagon. Genovese, Genova. I buy my bread from Genova Bakery. It's very good. Ciabatta bread. We make steak sandwiches with it. It's fire. Genova, Italy. If you're from Genova, or Genoa than you Genovese. So he says he got heavy jeans like Genovese. I'll drop your Pentagon. He went from Agenda Haman to shit get gentrified to I'll drop your Pentagon. Pentagon, gentrified, agenda of mine. Gentle kind, Pentagon. He's not very good at rhyming. And I'll drop your Pentagon. Who is he talking to in this verse? I want to know who is he talking to in this verse. I will drop your Pentagon. I don't have a Pentagon, so he's not talking to me. You don't have a Pentagon, so he's not talking to you. The government has a Pentagon. The only thing I could think of the Pentagon is 9/11, 2001. The planes crashed. One of the planes hit the Pentagon. So I'll drop your Pentagon. Who you talking to? You talking to the president or the general? Or I don't know, man. He just says shit. It don't rhyme. It don't make sense. He's just saying shit like he always does in every song. He don't have a single song that makes sense.
Show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Where my gin and juice?
Yeah, man. I'll drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. I'll drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. Who has a Pentagon? The government. The government doesn't have a gender reveal, but he's just trying to get that gen off, no matter if it makes sense or not, because he's not good at rapping. There's so many dope spitters out there like Aesop Rock, like Lupe Fiasco, like Locksmith, like so many, like I could go on forever. There's so many dope rappers out there that have dope bars that make perfect sense, that blow your mind. Kendrick doesn't say anything mind-blowing. If you listen to what the fuck he's saying, he's not saying nothing. He's not saying nothing. I'll drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. Man, the dude is whack. Damn, this dude is whack. And show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. Tell who? Tell who? I'll drop your Pentagon, then show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. Why would you drop my Pentagon and then show up at my gender reveal and then tell them to give you yours? He just says shit, man. He just says shit. None of this shit makes sense. He's not even rapping. He's just talking on a beat.
Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon, then show up at your gender reveal and tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Where my gin and juice?
I am the general. Where's my gin and juice? So he entered the gentrified Pentagon, give me mine scheme and switched to I am the general. Where's my gin and juice? You not a general. First of all, you 5'5", short little guy. You whack in general. You generally don't make sense, but you're not a general. You are not the general. Where's my gin and juice? What? I know a couple of LA rappers, you know, Snoop in particular, sipping on gin and juice, laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. I know that gin and juice, but why does you being the general, or you say you're the general, you're not a general, but you say that you're the general, so now where's my gin and juice? I'm the general, where's my gin and juice? What? He don't make any kind of sense.
Every song in the book of Genesis, let the sonics boom.
Every song is the book of Genesis, let the sonics boom. Every song is the book of Genesis. Every song is the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Somebody explain. Somebody explain. Every song is the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Gin and juice. Sonics boom. It's no rhymes. He's not rhyming. I'm the general. Where's my gin and juice? Every song is the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom.
Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root.
You want the tea on me? Well, here's the ginger root. Gin and juice. Ginger Root, Sonic's Boom.
I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals.
I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. I mean, that's the one line where he actually rhymes. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. Like, if a dope rapper said that, that shit would be dope as fuck. But Kendrick can't rap, so I assume he got that line from somebody else that actually can rap. Because that's the only line that sounds like a rapper said it. Everything else that he's saying sounds like he said it, and he can't rap.
They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickhead.
That sounds more like Kendrick. They said I couldn't reach Gen Z, you fucking dickheads. With his fucking Steve Urkel voice. Kendrick Lamar sounds like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? They said I couldn't reach Gen Z. Who said you couldn't reach Gen Z? Payola could reach everybody. All these kids, all these young people are easily influenced by fake influence. Like, you tell them something over and over, they believe it. So you've been reaching Gen Z forever with the fucking sit down, be humble, like that bullshit. Like, you've been reaching Gen Z with that garbage. That's another song that's whack as fuck that don't make no kind of sense. I'm gonna break that song down soon.
You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius.
They said I couldn't reach Gen Z, you fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. Ginseng, jinx, yeah. Ginseng, jinx, yeah.
They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas they say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads, you must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius.
Whew, man. They said I couldn't reach Gen Z, you fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. They genetics been synthetic. They're not real. They fake. That's Kendrick. He's looking in the mirror because he's synthetic. He's not real. He's an industry plant. And he's not even a real plant. He's a fake plant. He's an Amazon plant. He's definitely synthetic. But screaming they genius. There's only one person screaming he's a genius, and that's Kanye. And Kanye's genetics is not synthetic. Kanye, for all his faults and all his flaws, Kanye is Kanye. Like, we know his story. We know he came in the game, and we know the work that he put in. And he went crazy, but you can't say that he's synthetic. He was formulated in the lab. Like, you know, he built himself through his work, his sampling and shit.
Finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me. Here comes the jinx, yeah.
Here comes the jinx, yeah. What is the jinx? Who are you jinxing? You ain't jinxing nobody. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. Like, do you get jinxed when you get ginseng?
Genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga.
I'm gonna just finish this because this shit is too whack for me to listen to. I gotta go listen to some real hip hop after this. Every time I do a Kendrick breakdown, I gotta listen to some real hip hop because this dude is whack. He been whack for 38 years. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx. Yeah, they genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Ends is jinga.
God gave me light.
Nah.
That ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga.
Jenga. So I'm reading Genius right now. I'm on the iPad. I'm reading the lyrics on Genius. I have to do this every time I'm breaking down the Kendrick verse because I gotta read the words because I'm listening to the audio and the shit don't make sense to me when I hear it. So I gotta see it and like understand what the fuck is being said because it don't make sense in my ears. And I'm reading it with my brain and the shit don't make sense, either. A finger wave, they all fall, ends is Jenga. So on Genius, it says Jenga with a capital J. The game with the blocks, Jenga, right? You go to a bar, whatever, they got the giant Jenga, and everybody drinks, and you playing Jenga. Jenga, 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 Jenga. I've been playing this since I was a kid. I'm 40 years old. I've been playing this since I was a kid for decades. It's always been Jenga. It's always been Jenga. But Kendrick is trying to do something here, and he can't even say words right. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. Nobody says genius like that. A finger wave, they all fall. Dems is Jenga. There is no Jenga. It's Jenga. Genius doesn't rhyme with Jenga. Here comes the jinx, yeah. Where's the jinx that's coming? Like, all that's coming is whack bars. All I can ever expect from Kendrick is whack bars. You ain't jinxing nobody. Nobody's jinx. Hip-hop is still alive. Rakim is still making music. Evidence is still making music. Like, hip-hop artists are still making hip-hop music. These young people are listening to garbage. They listening to people doing nothing. People with no talent doing nothing. And Kendrick is the leader of that like no talent movement of people that got no skill and just say anything, and then these young kids eat it up. And I know I sound like how the old heads sounded when I was in high school, but you can't deny my generation. You can't deny the Def Jam era. You know what I mean? Fat Joe, Big Pun, Big L, Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Wu-Tang, DMX, Jadakiss, Fabulous, Styles P, Sheek Louch, Busta Rhymes, Eminem. You know what I mean? Like, that era that I grew up in had the best rappers ever. And then now you got Kendrick Lamar, who can't even rap. He could have never been a Def Jam artist. He could have never been on the Hard Knock Life tour. He can't rap. Like, these dudes used to have ciphers. They used to go to radio stations and kill freestyles at the radio stations, mixtapes, DJ Clue mixtapes, like Cam Mace. That era was the golden era of hip-hop. And there's still people that's making hip-hop music now, today. Hip-hop is not dead. Kendrick is just whack. He can't speak for hip-hop. He's not hip-hop. Because he says dumb shit that don't make sense. He has 0 bars. He's been whack for 38 years. He don't say words correctly. God gave me light, a good year full of free will.
God gave me light, a good year full of free will.
God gave me light. He don't even say shit dope. He don't even say shit in a dope way. Like, if he says shit that sounded dope, at least you could say it sounds dope, right? Like, Pusha T and Malice's verse sounded dope. But when I looked at the lyrics, it was just like, whatever. But at least it sounded dope. They sound like they know what they're doing. Kendrick don't even sound good. And he can't say words right. And the bars don't make sense. They're not hot. He has 0 bars. But God gave me light. So first you're the devil. And then God gave you light. But you're doing genocide and you're sending people to the cosmics. That's not very godly. God is not giving you light. You are not a messenger of God. You're a messenger of chaos, turmoil, gangsters, right?
Will, trunk card, tell me not to spare your life.
All right, I'm done. This shit's the whack, dude. This shit is whack. There's 2 tracks on this album that I don't fuck with, and it's this one, track 2, which is crazy because I love the beat. I love this beat. Pharrell went crazy with this beat. It sounds like Watch the Throne to me, and I feel like Jay-Z would have been a dope feature on this song if he was still making music. I'm sure they reached out to Hove and couldn't get him, which is terrible because now we get Kendrick, who can't rap. So it sucks to me that this beat is a waste because I'm skipping this song every time. I can't listen to Kendrick. I cannot. Like, it hurts my brain. I got straight A's my whole life, and I can't stand when I'm sitting in the classroom and the teacher asks a question and then somebody raise their hand and says some dumb shit, and in my mind I'm like, that was fucking dumb as fuck. And then I raise my hand and I give the correct answer because I always have the correct answers because that's my baseline. Like, that's my whole life. Straight A's, highest test scores, SATs, IQ, all that. Like, that's who I am, and I cannot stand shit being wrong. I gotta fix it. It's in me. Like, I got no choice. It's ingrained in me. When something's wrong, I gotta be like, well, actually, this is correct, right? That's who I am. I gotta fix shit when it ain't right. And so when I hear Kendrick rap, I'm like, he can't rap. Plain and simple, he can't rap. I hear all the wrong shit that he says. I hear all the whack shit that he says. And in my brain, the way my brain works, I'm like, that don't even make sense. That's not hot. And so I don't want to hear it. And then when people start talking about, oh, that dude is dope, I'm like, no, not even close. Like, go listen to Cool G rap. You know what I mean? Cool G rap is dope. Locksmith is dope. There's so many dope people out there that's actually saying dope shit. Lupe Fiasco is dope. Right? And then when people are like, nah, Kendrick. And I'm like, Kendrick can't even rap. At all. Like, he's thriving in this post-Def Jam era where there's no superstars anymore. Like, there's no superstars anymore. When Nelly came out when I was in high school, when that Andale, mami, iya, uh-oh, Nelly was fucking killing shit. He was on the Longest Yard movie. You know what I'm saying? He played the wide receiver, or was he the running back? It don't matter. It's a certain superstardom. Cam and Mace, hoopers, and rapping, superstars, right? Like, it was a certain level of stardom back in the day that you had to have to break through. Fabulous, when he first came out, y'all know who, keeping it gangsta, right? Fabulous was too fly on every video, every song, the mixtapes. Jadakiss always with the bars. Jadakiss never misses. Jadakiss never has a whack bar. He always has some slick shit, and the voice, the delivery, Mr. Raspy, right? Like, it's a certain charisma and swag and skill and persona that you had to have to break through and become a star. And that doesn't exist anymore. Everybody's making music now. Everybody thinks they're a star. And the record labels kind of fell apart. And so, like, it's a different time now. It's too easy for people to get out there. Everybody has fans, right? Riff Raff has fans. No shot to Riff Raff. You know what I mean? But everybody has fans, right? Insane Clown Posse has fans. Anybody that puts anything out is gonna have fans. So, I don't even know what the fuck I'm getting at. All I know is that it's a different time that we live in right now. There's a lot of garbage out there, and the era that I grew up in, with the Hard Knock Life tour with Jay-Z and DMX and the Lox and Method Man and Redman and everybody that was on that tour, Ja Rule, there's never going to be a time like that again. There's never going to be a time like that again. You're never going to have people rise to that level of talent. Like when Jay-Z steps on stage at Madison Square Garden and then they drop that PSA beat, doom, 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 and then everybody just gets goosebumps. Like that's never going to exist again. We live in a different time now. And, you know, I got to come to terms with that. But I'm also not going to shut up, and I'm not going to sit here and let people say, oh, Kendrick is the best, when he can't even rap. He don't even say shit that makes sense, right? Like, we got a whole Jay-Z discography of bars on bars on bars on bars, the slickest shit you ever heard. And now, however many years removed, that shit didn't disappear. It didn't go away. I still know it. I still know the words. I could still listen to Redman anytime I want. I could still listen to Big L and Big E whenever I want. I could still listen to Big Pun whenever I want. Like, just because that era has passed us, it doesn't cease to exist, right? So all these new people making music, some of them are good, right? Coast Contra. Coast Contra is fucking fire. New Kids, fire. You don't have to be from an old era to be fire. You just have to maintain that lineage. You got to understand what makes hip hop and push it forward into today and into the future, and still be true to the culture and have the skill set. And we're good, right? But all the new people that's just recording music and they got no bars, no witty shit, no wordplay, no slick rhymes, you can't rap. I hear you rapping, right? I hear you. You're recording on the beat. You are rapping, but you can't rap. You guys got to understand the difference, right? Like when you go play basketball and you're playing 5-on-5, and then, you know, somebody's trying to get in the game, and they're like, oh, he can't play. Obviously, he could play, but you know what they mean. He can't play. Same thing with Kendrick, right? He's on the beat. He's making music. He's clearly rapping. But when I say he can't rap, there's a certain pedestal that I have of the best rhymers I've ever heard in my life, and he's nowhere near that. He's nowhere near that. He sounds like he's still learning how to rhyme. He's still learning, you know, 20 years into the game. I don't know how long he's been doing this, probably 20 years, and he still can't rap, period. I'm out.